everyone to the Best Damn Podcast. I've got got some sound issues. Hold on, guys. All right, hopefully, I think we got it good now. All right, welcome everyone to the Best Damn Podcast. Where am I getting this feedback from? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Welcome everyone to the Best Damn Podcast. I'm your host, John Keene. As always, I would like to thank you guys for joining me. Ask everyone to please follow us, Instagram, Facebook, at Best Damn Podcast, Twitter, The Real Best Damn, wherever you're watching from. Please make sure to hit the like, give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and share this link. Help me to get it out there. That way new people can find me. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I do have the chat up. You guys can't see it on the screen here, but I can see all of your comments. Tonight, I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I know I haven't went live for a while, but there's just been, first and foremost, there's been some things that have been going on recently. Lots of downloads, recently lots of things have become illuminated to me that maybe haven't been so clear in the past. And I've always talked about this, that we can go through these times where energetically we have these lulls, depending on the people that we're around, depending on our behavior, the type of actions that we're taking, energetically, we're putting out a certain vibe. So that's what comes back to us. And wherever we are frequency wise, that is the way we perceive our world and perceive our reality. So, sometimes it takes our world getting shaken up a little bit to kind of snap back into who we truly are, find ourselves, if you will, and really find focus once again. And that's what I feel like has happened with me just recently. I feel incredibly sharp, incredibly focused. And I went through some things recently. Just yesterday, my grandmother passed away. So I just want to say, RIP to my granny. I loved her very much. She was a really, really good lady. Taught me a whole lot as a child. Probably one of the more stable, feminine influences in my life. I feel like a lot of my heart and just my temper, a lot of things came from her. She influenced me quite a bit. So I'm very, very grateful for my grandmother and, all that I got to share with her, in my life. So I'm very grateful for her, and she will definitely be missed. I know my brothers and all of that, if they see this or whatever, I know that she was really important to them too. So, my baby brother is going to be having a baby. So congratulations to him. My oldest son just had twins. So it's like lots of life changes, right? Like lots of life changes. And as far as, my life goes, I recently went through a breakup and all of that. You guys may have remembered I had lived in Baltimore last year and then moved back to Ohio, moved to Cincinnati. And that the relationship that didn't work out. I was really a person I loved a lot. That was a little hard period of time. Tried to step away from the content and all of that, which was a good thing, but it's so connected to my spiritual path and what I'm here to do. For not just the world or whatever, for the collective, but for myself. The spirituality keeps me really on point. It does. And I try to do the normie thing, do the 9-to-5 thing. That not very successful. And thank you, Claudette. I appreciate you so much. I see Old Hillbilly, Tim Hamby, Millipedia Britannica, Jen, Jen Draco something, Draco Weirm. Sorry, James Dunn over on Facebook. Man, I appreciate all you guys, and so many of you guys too. Like, damn, Emily Ramos, Claudette Malespina. Some of you guys have watched me for such a long time and just been with me for such a long time. I just want you guys to know I'm incredibly grateful for you too. Like, I really am. Uh, we're in a time where everything is shifting in a major way. I see you, Rhonda Marlowe, in the house. Hey, how's it going? Like, energetically, and it's like you hear a lot of talk about a new world or new world orders and all of that, and it's like it gets such a negative connotation from especially the spiritual community. There's so many conspiracies that are surrounding that, but I feel like any concept that we have is a conscious impression of ourselves, like as a collective. So when we look at the concept of like a new world order, that could be used for a system of totalitarianism and control and censorship, and we do see the powers that be pushing things towards that dynamic. But at the same time, we live in a dualistic creation. So, and we are the co-creators of our reality as well. So are we going to allow this shift in energy, this new world that is unfolding, whether we can try to resist it if we want, but you hear this, resistance is futile, because change is the only constant, right? So our world will change. Energies are changing, and this is how humanity works, right? We look at the precession of the equinox. We had the age of Taurus, and then the Piscean age, and now we're in the Aquarian age. And each age of these celestial spheres comes with an energetic frequency, right? It's got a theme, if you will. It's got its own feel. And humanity, we connect consciously to whatever that theme or that feel is. And that's why when we look at the whole Aquarian thing, it's about a collective, for one, right? Change in social construct and the way that we socially interact. That's why we see so many of us right now developing gifts of telepathy, different forms of clairaudience, clairsentience, just psychic gifts, right? Psychic gifts and abilities. We see the way that our social fabric and society is changing, and that's why people like Albert Pike, the father of Freemasonry, wrote in his letter to Mazzini in 1871, talking about the 3 world wars, and the final one would be a social cataclysm, right? A social cataclysm. It's because that's how this works, right? It's death and rebirth. So we're seeing the old social dynamic kind of go to die, right? And this is the rising of the phoenix, okay? And we are that phoenix, each and every one of us. And you can see it in the stars if we look at it astrologically in the United States, and it's Pluto return and all of these things, right? Like, it's self-evident that that's where we're at, that things are becoming now, it's more about the collective, more about the people, it's no more this top-down shit, okay? And the power doesn't rest in a few, but it rests in the all. And we have a choice on what the new world will look like, based on what we're focusing on, where our frequency is, and what we're attracting into our lives, what we're allowing to manifest in our lives. And I feel like one of the hardest fucking things about trying to kind of self-correct, if you do find yourself on the wrong path or the wrong track, and I've done it, is facing your own demons, facing your own darkness, and being honest with yourself on really, who you are, what motivates you, how you are treating others and the motivation behind that treatment of others. What are the reasons that you get up each day, and what inspires you, you know, to do, to live, to grow, to be, and finding things that are actually in alignment with you, your highest good. And when we get out of alignment, we fucking know it. We know it. Our lives will reflect that. If we're having chaos and friction and distortion everywhere we go and in all areas of our existence, it's because we're out of alignment with ourselves, with our highest self, and with our true path. We're not walking the path we were meant to walk, And that's a hard fucking realization when you get into your ego, because our ego wants to always tell us that we're right, that what we do, what we say, no matter, what it is, it's justified because we know better. We're in control. But the truth is like shifting from this individual focused dynamic of the Piscean age, right? To this collective focus. It's like seeing more, like, what are we adding to the whole? How are we treating those in our lives? How are we treating ourselves? Because we project that too. You hear the saying, if you don't love yourself, then you can't love anybody else. And it's absolutely true. I feel like people in the spiritual community take that too far sometimes, and make it too much about a journey about being alone and all of that. And really that's just to try to isolate people, to keep us from coming together, sharing our truths. I mean, we've seen that during the pandemic, right? Social distancing and everything being remotely done, to keep us from coming together. We've seen it all through the era of Trump and the elections and all of that. The political division. Try to make us hate one another for all of our differences, whether it's Democrat or Republican or your religion or your sexual preference or orientation or whatever, right? Your race, your age, whatever. Like, there's division, created in every aspect of our lives. And we were manipulated. We were manipulated by everything from the way that we ingest information and how the media, uses certain words to trigger emotional responses from us, to get us to attach to certain ideas, to get behind certain things, to the way that we see ourselves. Made it in time. Well, thank you. I'm so glad you made it in time. And this is what I want to do today. I'm going to do a collective reading on the tarot. Self-reflection can really make a person feel ugly. I don't think most people take the time to do it. It's really true. It's really true. Like, I'll be honest, I kind of went through this period of intense reflection recently. And dude, trying to purge that shit, it's like facing ourselves is like probably one of the hardest things that we'll ever do. It's like we can deal with what other people do, or say or whatever, but it's like the way that we choose to behave, to treat people, to do, that's what will truly haunt a person. And that's what I feel like has haunted me, and when it's just you, like looking in the mirror, there's no excuses. Like, why you did what you did, why you said what you said, all of it. And a lot of times, we'll look back on situations and things like that, and we got to be grateful for the lesson, But also, it hurts when you know that maybe ways that you've treated people or things that you've done have cost you in major ways. There were major setbacks, or they destroyed relationships, or change the way that people perceive you, people that you care about. Even, you know, we can say we don't care what others think, but that's a lie. We're social beings. We all want to be loved. We all want to be accepted. Everybody wants to be seen as good. you know, um, everybody wants to come off as trustworthy, as like that's just how we're made. It's just the way we are. We seek companionship. Uh, we seek friends, social circles. You know, and when we're not doing the right thing, and we're not being true to ourselves, and we're not on our path, it throws all that off. We're not in alignment. We're not vibing the way that we should. So hopefully, hopefully I can pull some cards here. And I was thinking about doing, getting into some books. And thank you. I'm glad it's an awesome surprise. I'm going to try to live stream more. So yeah, I'm going to try to live stream more. I'm really trying to figure out how I want to go about things. I feel like I constantly am reinventing myself, and I'm like a really, I'm a creative person. I need to express myself creatively, or I feel caged in if I don't. I really do. It's like torture to me. Hey, David, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome everyone. And like when I started with the tarot and the astrology and stuff, it's like I get nervous before I unveil like the new version of myself or the new way I approach something. It's like, because we want to be accepted, because it matters. The gift that we're giving to one another, especially our knowledge, our wisdom, our heart, our love, our insight, that's important. It's important to me that what I offer to people is valuable. They value it. And I guess, like, I don't care what I'm doing in life. Before, my motivations were not so good, but it's like I want to have a positive impact on the world and on people. Because if we don't, then that world that does manifest, the people who are putting their efforts and energy into taking it to a not so good place, they're going to get their way. They're going to get their way. So it's like up to us to make sure that they don't, to make sure that the way that our world turns out for future generations, future incarnations, whatever, is in a direction that's desirable. One where everyone is accepted, one where we're not censored. We can speak what we fucking think, and live true to the way that we feel. And we don't need hidden agendas and motivations and all of that, because everyone is taking care of one another. Everyone is being selfless, so there's no need to serve ourselves only, if that makes sense. So give it about 30 minutes. The rest of us should be here soon enough. Well, I'm trying to give it a minute, trying to get people a chance to get in here, people to get the notifications. I was going to go live a couple of days ago, but like I said, I've been on the fucking moon for the last couple of days. Seriously, I've just had crazy downloads. Really working on myself, purging shit. I mean, people make fun of me if they want, but I've done a little bit of crying and everything. Like, seriously, and sometimes that shit's good for you. Sometimes it's good for you. And it's like I've come to some realizations, not just about me, but about people in my life, and and just about our world. We're in a different time. We're in a different fucking time. That's for sure. If people don't know that, then they just don't know. If you can't see that, then you're blind. The world is not the world I grew up in. Or maybe it is, but I'm able to see it now for what it is. You've had a long 13 days, but major changes for you as well, for sure. I believe that. I believe that's why we're so drawn to one another. That's why, you're you and myself. We're a community. It's because we're on the same shit. We're on the same vibe, the same path, trying to accomplish the same things. What, you cried? How dare you be human? I know, right? I know. And well, sometimes you feel like, have you ever cried because over someone else or something? Not just, or even, and it wasn't all over someone else, but I mean, when you're going through all your shit, sometimes memories come up. And it's almost like I would shame myself for getting upset about other people, if that makes sense, So, but I've been trying to get away from that. I've been trying to get away from that. And, our insecurities and all of that, it tends to pop up. And the more we are awakened, we're faced with our insecurities. We're faced with our shortcomings, and that's a really, really fucking challenging process. And it's really challenging to have the realization of just, our lives and who we are. And it's like, I'm still trying to figure out who I am, and I think, I know that is the journey of life, is each and every one of us are trying to find out like who we are. And when I say who we are, I mean like who we really fucking are. Because I feel like we've been here more than one time. We've lived more than one incarnation. Living the dream. Yeah, well, I feel like this whole world is a dream. My whole life has been a dream. And a lot of it has been a nightmare, because I've chosen for it to be a nightmare. I've played into the victim mentality, and I've chosen to get my energy in things through that method, and that's a tough realization of like seeing like, whoa, because of negative past experiences and traumatic experiences, I've stayed stuck in this victim energy, and you almost begin to use it to victimize others, right? To whether it's sympathy or whatever, right? And it's like, and if we don't, and that's why I think it's so fucking important to like forgive people and let shit go and move forward and all of that, because if you don't, you stay stuck in that vibe, and you're going to continuously attract that into your life over and over and over. People and situations that victimize you, or put you in that victim energy. Same thing with the lack mentality. I found myself in that too a whole lot. The I can't, I won't, I don't, this never. And it's like, when we think about faith, that's what I think it truly means. Like Christ trying to hip us to the fact that, the primary law truly is frequency, and the secondary law is attraction. So it's like having faith, acting as if you already have it, acting as if you've already been there, not because the universe has no choice but to bring us back evidence of what we believe about ourselves and life and all of that. So if you believe like I'm not good enough or something, and that's what's happened with me in relationships. I've been in relationships, some terrible ones. So when I finally got into like a good one, I didn't believe I was worthy of it because, guilt for things I have done or my past or whatever, right? And because I had that belief, I would begin to like self-sabotage even good things, good unions in my life. And that's why a lot of times people will say like, well, I keep meeting the same kind of person, da 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 da. And it's like because we're not learning the lesson. We're not learning the lesson of really of self-love. It's like if I used to find myself in situations where people would be unfaithful to me over and over, or I would overgive to situations energetically over and over, or I would give over all my fucking power to people over and over. And it's like until you like learn those lessons and have enough and have self-love, self-respect, self-control, and really, step into your own power and no longer allow those things. You're going to continuously experience them because it's God or the universe trying to show you your worth. Trying to show you like that it's not in alignment with who you truly are. We are all meant for blessings. We're all meant to be blessed. Like our inheritance, we're the children of the Most High. Believe it or not, no matter how you believe, too, and it doesn't matter. We are all a fragment or a fractal of the source, right? And even a piece of the infinite is still infinite. So we are abundance. We are blessing. Everything that we want, we can have. Anything that we desire is ours. Like whatever experience we want, we will experience it. And it's up to us to understand that we're worthy in every area of our life. And then it's this feeling of not being worthy. And that's why you see the media and shit and magazines and all of this try to shame people for the way that they look or dress or, not having enough money and, women especially, right, for their bodies. The way that they look, they think if they don't look a certain way or their age, okay. And I hate to say it, I've contributed to this shit, and I feel like we all have. But like, I would even have ideas in my head of what I thought I, deserved, and I would cut people out, not based on their character or who they were, but based on those type of preconceived notions of like maybe their age or maybe their weight or what I mean, like some shallow ass shit, right? And it wasn't until I stopped doing that I met somebody that was actually a decent fucking soul, right? You still find yourself making mistakes along the way despite promises you made to yourself. Yeah, you were like me, or you feel like you volunteered to be here at this exact time. The more things change, the more they stay the same. You've been getting teary over little things lately, things that wouldn't normally affect you. Yes, welcome back. Thank you. Amy VR, Gary Andrechuk, Chrono Crucified, BDP, David Savage. Yeah. I think that there's nothing, there's nothing wrong with making mistakes. Like we've made mistakes. All of us have made mistakes. If we're saying we haven't, then we're lying to ourselves. But did we do it intentionally? Has our higher self intentionally caused us to do certain things? Or allowed us to do and experience certain things and allowed us to come up short in certain areas of our lives and in certain relationships and in certain situations, so we would realize our real potential and realize our real path. It's like, is any of this a coincidence or a mistake? I really don't fucking think so at this point. I've been lost so many times on the path or just in my life, and it's like I got really lost there for a while, like really, really, really lost, and I didn't just like lose faith. in God or anything like that, but I lost faith in myself, and that's almost worse. It's almost worse. Maybe it is worse. I don't know. Because when you stop believing that you're divine, when you stop believing, yeah, we do absolutely, Parker. We need to give ourselves grace. Yeah, absolutely. And it's like when you stop believing that you're divine, when you stop believing that you're beautiful or that you're meant for greatness or whatever, you will start to excuse things that you shouldn't be excusing, behaviors, actions that you just shouldn't, at least within, I can only speak for me, but I justified being a piece of shit, basically. I justified being a dark, evil fuck. I justified being manipulative. I justified a lot of things because the way I perceived myself. I'd given up on myself. I had allowed to, YouTube censoring people intensely censoring people. They just demonetized my main channel. My Discord was just deleted a couple weeks ago. I mean, I get censored hard in the past. I did. And it makes you feel like you don't have an impact, right? Or I don't know. It's like it makes you feel like when you do things honestly that you don't achieve anything, and it can make you start to act dishonest. When you see all the people that are in control and all the people that have the power in this world, they get it by harming others. They get it by taking from others. They get it by being dark. They get it by being evil. They get it by illusion, by deception, and sometimes that can convince people that is the only way to get it. That is the only way to have, your dreams or have your happiness or have what you desire, and that's a shit thing, because it's like, that means we're placing value on the wrong things. That means that success to us is being defined by the wrong shit too. It's like I've met a million people in my life that value money over love and over anything. And when you do, that'll excuse some shitty behavior, because not all ways to accomplish certain fame, right? It's usually given to those who are willing to do anything to have it. It's like when you're willing to do anything, it's because you have no limits. You have no respect for self. When you'll sell yourself, sell your soul, compromise your morals, your values, all of that, just, to have physical wealth, just to be desired sexually, or just to be popular, or you know what I mean? And that's why it's important for us. It's important for all of us, to stop caring about what others think or how others see us, because the right people in your life are going to see you in the right light. The people that are meant to be in your life will be in your fucking life. I guarantee that. People who walk out on you, turn their back on you, they're not meant for you. They're not meant for you. If they were, they would be in your lives. And a lot of times, we want to fix ourselves to please others. But those who truly love you will love you for you. You won't need to change who you are. You won't need to fix anything. Even if you have problems or issues, people who truly love you will be there for you and help you with those issues. And they'll fight with you back to back. They won't be trying to plant fucking knives in your back. They'll be pulling them bitches out. They'll be shielding you. It's like, what happened to that? You know, what happened to that mentality? I don't know, but that's true union. That's divine union. Like in a divine counterpart, fights for you no matter what. They fight for your love, and not in a way of trying to fight to make you love them. They don't have to do that. The love is unconditional and reciprocated, you know. But they fight for you, for your honor, for your life, you know. And that's the kind of love I think each and every one of us deserve, you know. Each and every one of us deserve that kind of love in our life. Not playing your stupid fucking games. You have already won, Zero. Yes, bro. And I mean, a lot of you guys in here, you know exactly what's up. You know exactly what's going on. You guys are incredibly intuitive, you're incredibly aware. You're tapped in to your gifts, right? Some of you think if you can't beat them, join them. No thanks on either one. It would waste precious time. Absolutely. They done got to John. Yeah, I guess it did get to me. I mean, nobody had to even get to me. I got to myself, man. You know, I got to myself. Like my own greed, my own desires, my own ego, my own arrogance. That's what got to me, you know? And yeah, was I enticed along the way? Fuck yeah, I was. You know, fuck yeah. Anytime that you have, you know, any type of gifts or you have any type of presence or whatever, it don't even matter. You don't have to be on TV. You don't have to be on the radio. You just gotta have, you know, this, you know, and if they know that you hold that and you're tapped into your spirit and who you are, you'll be enticed. That's, you know, the world will test you. The world will test you, you know, to see. And if you are tapped into your divinity, then you're divinely protected and you can't be harmed. So the way that they get to you is by making you harm yourself, by destroying your own character, by destroying your own image, by destroying your own morals, destroying your own self, by giving your energy to things that don't fucking matter. You know, so. Oh man. So let's pull some cards for the collective. This is for everybody. So if you're just watching this or if you catch this later, this is for you. I'll pull some oracles and all kinds of stuff too. Next video I'll probably I was thinking about going back over the hidden hand and just, you know, all kinds of stuff. We'll see. We'll see what I do. I'm trying to just let things lead me to where I need to be. Many of us still hold the shield in love for our fellow man, especially those of us that we know share the same tier and level of consciousness. And some of your followers do. We love you, and we have hope for all of humanity. But this era is coming to a close. I agree. I absolutely agree. Your biggest mistake is telling people about your goals. I guess. I mean, but telling someone doesn't, it's not going to make, you know, it's not going to stop them from manifesting. People can't stop your destiny. You know, they really can't. They can try, they can slow it down, they can fucking interfere, they can get in the way, but they can't stop what is destined to be. You know, and that's a fact. I know that to be a fact. I've tried to stop my own. I can't even stop my shit. Transparency is a good thing. It sure the fuck is, James. Transparency means what you know is done in the dark will be brought to the light. You know, it's like we need to just have all things out in the light. If we're trying to really illuminate others, then you know we need to be transparent. If we have nothing to hide, yeah, then why do we give a fuck? It doesn't mean that we shouldn't have privacy at times or shouldn't have the right to privacy. But I'm saying to be open and honest with others is not a bad thing. They've done everything to block you. I know they have done everything to block me. I'm here to say I love Chrono and I believe you can fight any battle. Oh, that's beautiful, Katie. Beautiful. Oh, that's awesome, guys. That's awesome. I'm really happy. I love to see people that, love each other and are there for each other. That's special. That's rare. A lot of us have to walk this path alone, So if you do have your divine counterpart, your person, like you're incredibly blessed. And you should be super grateful, for real. Super grateful. Because that's, to me, that's the greatest gift in this life is love. Love for our children, our family, love for ourselves, for the earth, for humanity. But that love, that divine union, it's got the power to create fucking life. There's nothing more powerful than that when it's done right and when it's reciprocated and when both people are aware of it and willing to sacrifice and work to keep it. Love is all that really matters. Yeah. In this clown world, yeah, I know. Well, okay, here we go. Don't worry about the 9 to 5 thing. You're already rich, man. Well, I need to worry about the 9 to 5 because that's the way the world works. But I agree with you. We are already rich. But without the 9 to 5, be homeless, man. I did write down 50 things I'm grateful for. That's amazing. That's good. I feel like positive affirmations and all that is like, where we should be the wheel of fortune. How about that? It's like things are finally turning around or, and this can be like fucking sudden wealth too. And the wheel of fortune can be either way. For some, it's going to be like, negative, but I don't get that feeling about it. I feel like things are finally fucking becoming abundant or finally manifesting into something beautiful, something good. Like some of you guys have been incredibly stuck maybe, or in spiritual poverty. This is abundance. This is blessing. This is like hitting the fucking lotto. This is receiving your spiritual inheritance. This is manifesting, good things in your life. It's being fortunate, having fortune, having prosperity, having abundance. This is amazing. The magician. The challenge is to manifest it. The challenge is to manifest it. It's like, can we have all the tools now, right? All the elements, everything that we need. And we have the candle here. So that means we have the light as well. We're illuminated. The karmic wheel, yeah. Which I have this thing about karma. I do believe we get back what we put in and all of that as well. But what I don't like about karma is it takes away from forgiveness. Like people who believe you're bound to karma, totally. That means that you could never, if you do so many bad things and you can't be forgiven. And I don't agree with that aspect. But yeah, I do believe in karma. I do believe we get back what we put in and we experience our own energy. But also I do feel like we can transmute it, and forgiveness and, and that's why confession is so important in religion, because it's like we're releasing, what we're holding on to, our attachments, our distortions, our negativity, and it allows for cleansing. So when we release, we allow for cleansing and we make room for new things. And when we forgive others, I'm not saying we don't still have to make things right. or try to make things right or whatever. Um, but I don't feel like it's eye for an eye type of thing, you know. But the magician, that's you, that's me. I'm here. I'm magical. I believe that so much. I believe we're all super magical. Think about it. You're alive right now. We're having an experience right now where we're conscious beings on a planet out in the middle of fucking space, whatever that is, right? With stars in the sky and all these cool and unique creatures we call animals and plants that are alive, and we're able to consciously communicate and speak sound and perceive light. It's like, dude, we are very, very magical, and every one of us has the ability to manifest anything we truly desire. But what's really important is getting out of your own fucking way and allowing the wheel to turn, allowing fortune to come in. Page of Cups. Yeah. This is it's like offering love, you know? Offering love. You know, somebody, and this could be like a message of love too. You know, some of you could be deciding that, there's someone you love you want to reach out to. Maybe it's professing love to yourself. Speaking love to yourself, speaking speaking to your emotional side, speaking positive emotions to yourself or to someone else that's important in your life. Some of you guys may have been, not in contact with people you love. You could be hearing from them. There could be new love coming into your life. Love offers. But it's going to be something, a message, something. I feel like you're going to receive some type of a message that's going to bring emotional fulfillment. And it's not going to be like wishy-washy or anything like that. It's an emotional message. It's like, you see, there's only one fish in the cup. It's one fish in the cup. This is loyal. This is faithful. It's true. True love. Something true being brought in. The world, there's a move. This is, and the world is like the end of something too. It's something completing, something wrapping up, something changing, like a new chapter beginning in life, or a new era, a new phase. And it's like, I think it's anybody who is aware, right now, I'm telling you, man, the energy right now, it's like we are shifting for a fact. We are shifting in a new paradigm, a new reality, a new beginning, new location. Some people could be relocating, could be moving, could be changing addresses, could be starting new chapters in their life. It could be more than one thing too. The world is like multiple things ending and multiple things beginning. It's like a new phase, a new era. The Knight of Cups, this is what we don't see. This is like someone coming in and offering, something, true emotion, coming in and offering you a deep emotional connection. It's youthful too. The Knight is still young. It could be in a really hard time in your life. I always think of a knight as like someone who fights for your love or fights for your honor, or you know what I mean? They're putting in effort, they're putting in energy, right? And they're coming in towards you. And you see they're on like a white horse. So they're like, it's like pure. Someone coming in with their cup of love, or they're, and trying to bring you emotional fulfillment, take you through the tough times, take you past any hardships you may have had, or the hardships are ending. It's now time to start a new journey, a new emotional journey in life. Nine of Swords. It's like waking the fuck up. snapping out of a bad dream, snapping out of the illusion. I feel like so many people right now are either were or are doing this. They're like snapping out of it. They're like, whoa, it's like being under a spell, being under an illusion, not seeing things clearly. Whether it's someone like that was manipulating you, deceiving you, people using literal magic right now, guys. I want to put this out there. There are people that are really attacking the collective with witchcraft and black magic and death spells and love spells and just any spell you can fucking think of. So like be aware of that and like have your defenses up to that. But it's like also seeing like that you're overcoming that. If you was under an illusion, you was under a spell, it's being lifted. It's like snapping out of the fucking nightmare. Waking up out of the dream, waking up out of the illusion. You're sure that's happening? Oh, well, fuck yeah, it's happening. Come on now. And Devin says, bring it. Yeah, some of us are equipped. Some of us are equipped. And I feel like the only person who can fuck me up is me, just to keep it real. Yeah, people's done some terrible things spiritually to me, but I've done the worst to myself. It's like you can't do anything to me that I haven't already done, for sure. My worst enemy is me. And I'm sure that's true for a lot, if not all of you. It's like, no more illusions. And this is also about speaking truth, speaking power to our lives, speaking blessings to our lives, speaking clarity into our lives, over our lives. You had a vision test today and you had to cheat and memorize a chart. The King of Wands. And this is influencing us right now. This is what's influencing us. This is some sort of action or taking an action that, to me, the King of Wands is like not being totally, like you don't know what's on the other side. You don't know what's on the other side. But you're like willing to take the action. You're willing to take the risk. It's like being spontaneous. And it's like also letting loose. And like, to me, it's also about having fun. It could be, sexual too. It could be like desire, attraction, spontaneity. But it's taking actions that bring about, good things. Or you could have someone taking an action towards you too, bringing in, beautiful things, bringing in. It's like a really mature energy as well. Very like accomplished energy or a major action. The High Priestess, it's about being, intuitive. And this is your influence on things. It's like you're influencing things through your intuition right now. It's like your intuition spot the fuck on, and this is going to be what guides you or gets you through, this cycle, this future cycle, this present moment. It's like using your intuition, tapping in, being introspective, like thinking before you speak too. Sometimes a High Priestess can be like quiet energy or like not saying much or making sure that her words are very measured and calculated, but it's also like watching, perceiving, and it's having the ability to see the truth, to see the truth about ourselves and about others. I love it. Your hopes, your dreams, the Ace of Pentacles. I love this, man. This is like getting what you truly desire. It's a major fucking blessing coming into your life. And it's your divine giving it to you. It's a gift from God. Whether this is like, and see, there's like a path too on here. I love this one. See the path, walking through the garden, out towards the mountain, out of the clouds, out of the air. This gift, this coin, this abundance is being given. It's an ace, which is like a new beginning, a new start. All the energy is incredibly new right now. It's like new. New start, new beginning, new chapter. These are great cards. You're right, Deborah. They're great cards. The king won't get all your readings, and I want him in person, maybe. Well, hey, sometimes, sometimes. But it's like, like the path is being unveiled for you. It's like just, and the pinnacle too is like something you can taste, touch, smell. It's like palpable, it's physical, it's real. It's like, and I think with that magician card, it's like things are being made manifest. Like whatever you're trying to accomplish, whether this is, and this could be success, like with the business, with money or whatever. But this could also be like that fucking relationship you've always wanted. That life you've always wanted, or the version of yourself you've always wanted, or you've always knew was there. It's like the divine is like reaching out and like saying, you have assistance. Here it is. You've earned it. Whew. Temperance. Temperance. And I love this. This is the outcome too. It's like being patient, allowing things to come to you. Not being triggered, not allowing yourself to be triggered too, right? Not allowing yourself to be triggered by others or to be brought out of character, by things that are going on. It's also illumination too, knowing that your angels are protecting you. You have divine protection, divine guidance. And when I see it, I think of illumination as well. I think of like you leveling up to divinity yourself or tapping into the divinity within, if that makes sense. And you see they have the cups too. It's like being patient because things are manifesting in your life. There's so much going on in this card. You can see the sun, you can see water, flowers that are blossoming, right? The cups. There's a lot right now that is taking place and things that are coming to you, but it's like allowing them to unfold or making sure that you stay on, the path of illumination, the path of enlightenment, the path of divinity. On the bottom of the deck, this is amazing. A Hierophant. This represents a traditional commitment. For some of you guys, you could just be fucking super spiritual right now. Super spiritual right now. Some of you guys could be getting ready to get married, considering marriage, or, meeting someone that you will marry. The Hierophant too is like a traditional commitment, male, female, male, masculine, feminine. It's also like the Pope too. So it's like a holy person. Are tapping into the priest or the prophet or the holy person inside of you, being incredibly tapped in, to spirit. We have the Star, Star. I feel like there's a lot of attention on you right now. You're manifesting your dreams. You have abundance overflowing. It's like, you see the stars like pouring out too. It's like, there's so much that you have to offer. It's like you can give to others now. You can pour out to others. And these are like your dreams too, pursuing dreams. This can be long-term commitments to committing to our dreams, committing to the things that we dream of. It can also be like public figures or people being in a spotlight of some sort. But, I also think of it too as like someone really fucking shining, like being illuminated, being illuminated. It's like enlightened, you know, a really enlightened, illuminated energy. And that's why there's attention. It doesn't even have to be like worldly attention. It can be like the heavens are watching right now. God is watching right now. You know, um, you're shining in such a way that those those with eyes to see are seeing as well. Oof. Okay. um, Ten of Swords, and I feel like to me this is like releasing betrayal. You know, it's not. I don't feel like you know this is about being betrayed. I feel like it's like releasing betrayals, releasing our hurts. You know, being open with others to allow, like I said earlier, to allow people to help you and pull the knives out of your back. You know, it's like being reborn after a major betrayal too. You see, the person's dead on the fucking ground here, right? Because they were betrayed. It's like, you know, when some of us, all of us, have been betrayed at one point in our life, have been hurt, you know, have been done wrong. But it's like not sitting in that energy, you know, and like rising, you know, rising to the occasion for ourselves. You know, allowing people to love us, allowing people to help us. The Hangman, you know, it's to me, you know, the Hangman too can represent like waiting on something, or you know, someone to return, or the return of something, or waiting on something to happen. But I also feel like it's like whatever you've been waiting on is like here. You know, it's finally arrived, or it's almost here. It's like, you know, it's at the door. The Empress. You know, the Empress. You know, it's like some of you guys could be pregnant, getting ready to give birth. But to me, the Empress, most importantly, is about like having value in ourselves. You know, having value in ourselves. Past is dead, let it be. Absolutely. You know, um, you know, having value in ourselves, and you know, the Empress is really abundant, it's really fertile, and it's like, you know, the Empress doesn't chase energy or chase others or allow disrespect or allow or overgive. Right, the Empress knows her worth. You know, she's abundant, she's beautiful, she's fertile, she's prosperous. She's waiting on her emperor, right? Like she doesn't mess with a king, she doesn't mess with a queen. It's an emperor, you know. And it's like knowing your value, knowing your worth, you know, knowing you're abundant. And we have the Ace of Wands. You know, this could be like, love the read. I claim it. Yeah, hell yeah. It's a really good read. These are really great cards for real. I don't know how they all pulled out this awesome, but whatever. Ace of Wands, a new beginning, taking action on something that, you know, starts a new chapter. We've had a couple aces in these cards too, if you think about it. So it's like there are lots of new beginnings starting. This could be sexual too, right? Especially with these two cards, right? The Empress is like fertile pregnancy, you know. Ace of Wands is like that phallic symbolism. So, you know, what, big dick energy, right? Is that how they say it, right? Like something like that, like taking some sort of action. It doesn't have to be sexual, but it can be. But taking some sort of action that is going to bring a new beginning, a new chapter into your life. And finally, we have the Ten of Pentacles. You know, this new beginning is going to bring abundance. You know, it's abundance. It's beautiful. It's things being realized. It's like in the physical too. It's things going from like dreaming about them, thinking about them, to them actually fucking manifesting, to them actually being in your life. And it's like you see here, they got like the, you know, the house in the background, you know, the flowers, the pets, the family, the couple, like the money raining down. It's like everything, you know, your dreams being realized. total abundance, total prosperity, and we have the 10 too, which is, like a completion too, things culminating into what you've been desiring. You've been working towards some sort of goal or manifesting some sort of outcome in your life, and now it's finally here. Things are finally starting to come into your life that are beautiful. Money, prosperity, abundance. It's like raining down. Raining down on you and your person, your family. Being surrounded by people you love. I'm going to pull a few oracle cards here. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't trying to be dirty, but I mean dude, that's what that fucking card means, So whatever. Right? It's funny, but you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy? What guy? What guy don't you want to be? The one that says none of this resonates? That's on you. You don't take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You know what I mean? But if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you, right? Like, to me, I think it's really, really great energy. So, really great energy. And I think there's something in there for all of us. And if you're watching it, maybe you got to remember, like, energy's fluid too. So maybe this hasn't happened yet, but it will. Maybe it's not you, but someone you're connected to. Like, there's a million ways this shit can manifest. It's just saying, like, this is what's manifesting. This is where the energies are right now. This is what's available in the ethers, Yeah, thank you. First one, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So some of you guys, maybe you're thinking about calling it quits with someone, or maybe you're thinking about walking away from someone, or you're trying to start something with someone. It's like, give your relationship a chance. Put the work in, put the time in, put the effort in. And I think that's what love is about. It's like I was saying earlier, like when we go through things or challenges and shit, like true love fights through those things together. They lift one another up. They fight back to back, not each other. Not each other. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So, I mean, for some of you guys, it could be like new love or just more like a new understanding, like showing who you truly are. A lot of times we project our best fucking self, right? A lot of times we project what we want others to see. Or in the honeymoon phase, it's like things are all good, but when we finally get to where the mask falls off and the real person comes out, it's like not being afraid to show who you truly are. Let people see your real heart. Let people see your real face. Because that's what's going to bring real connection. And this doesn't have to always be a sexual relationship. It can just be friendships and whatever. It's like, when you're fucking real with people, and you show them that to love is to be vulnerable, straight up, and being true and genuine and real, that's vulnerable, because you're opening yourself up to judgment. You're opening yourself up to ridicule. You're opening yourself up to, to the chance of someone rejecting you or not accepting you or whatever. That's vulnerable. That's being vulnerable. So it's like, when you do that, though, it gives the other person the confidence and the freedom to do it as well. When you're honest with how you feel, when you're honest with who you are, it allows the other person to feel secure enough to do the same. And that creates real bond, real connection, deep connection. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. I think with Venus retrograde or whatever, right? Like this is a big theme right now. Past relationships coming back into our lives, which, it is what it is, right? It's so we can heal from them. That's why. That's why some of us are revisiting old chapters. It's to heal from them and move forward, to heal from them and release them. Just very critical of yourself. Yeah. Well, hey, it is what it is. I'm critical of myself too. I am too. But I do hold on to situations, to things of the past. Hey, Jeff. What's up, brother? Love you, man. I do hold on to past situations, especially situations I felt betrayed in or fucking hurt in or rejected in, and like carrying that shit with you ain't good. It ain't good, like we'll beat up on ourselves for that. The shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? Like I shoulda did this, I shoulda did that. I do that too. Relationships where I've been the piece of shit. It's like, damn, I fucked it up. It's like, I wish I would have did this, or I wish I would have said that, or I wish I would have made this change. It's like, too late, motherfucker. It's time to release it now and move forward, because those doubts that we have about ourselves, or those regrets, or whatever, right? Like these are things that can attach to us and drain us. Well, I mean, if it rubs you the wrong way, it rubs you the wrong way. It is what it is, though. And that's the truth. Like, we can't change what is the now. We can only accept our past, do our very best to grow from it, to make the changes necessary and shape a good future. But we have to be accepting and live in the now. So it is what it is. That's the now. You got to deal with the situation as it is. You got to deal with circumstance as it is. Thank you. We are all one. You are hot and speak the truth. Thank you. You just don't understand that saying. Well, that's that's what I'm trying to say. It is what it is to me means accepting things as they are. Accepting things as they are. There is nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. Now, it doesn't mean we can't change our track that we're on, change ourselves and all of that. We can shape the future for real. Like we can manifest, attract whatever we want, whatever we desire. We can have it, but it starts by being fucking honest about where we're at now. You can't have shit if you're like in this illusion of like about, what you're doing or, whatever. It's like, you don't have a good view of things. Things are skewed. Yes, there is always something that can be done. That's what I mean. But it still doesn't change the moment, the now. The now is what it is. Doesn't mean you can't take action to change what it is. Definitely. But that's what I mean. It's like that present moment, the present moment we're constantly living in that, I'm gonna pull some different oracle cards as well. Ask for a demonstration. Why don't you have a degree in psychology? Because I'm a psycho. That's why. I'm too crazy for psychology. Well, you know what? I asked today. I wanted clarity on some things in my life. I wanted some fucking real palpable fucking evidence on some things I've been thinking about. I'm like, show me, show me, show me, it's like asking God, like, okay, well, if this is the route I'm supposed to go, make it, undeniable. Give me a fucking sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're, say, hypothetically, let's just, it works. It does work, I think. It does work. And what is it saying? No response is a response, right? So it's like, when saying you think about a specific person, you're like, oh, I want to hear from them. Tell me what they, how they feel about me, what they think, and then you don't hear shit. There's your answer, right? There's your answer, right there. So it's like sometimes. No response is a response. It's not the fucking response we usually want when we're asking for those kind of things. But it's like also too, we got to be willing to take certain action as well, right? Like, so we have to be willing to take actions in our life for things that we want. If it does not work, it's not for you. It's true. It's true. It's a hard fucking pill to swallow. I think especially when, I'm like a perfectionist at some shit. And I hate failing or I hate feeling like I'm not good enough or I hate feeling like I can't fix something. So it's like I have a real fucked up time with that. I really do. Got to keep my heart out my head. Then I don't even have to ask. Woo, that's some wisdom right there. I'm getting a feeling from either God or my true self or both to hold back and wait for something. I agree, Matthew. They make for the best clinicians because they truly do understand the depths of the human psyche. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Well, keep in mind, genius is madness. So, I mean, like, those of you guys that are fucking crazy too, it's probably just because, you see the world for how it is. We've done that before and start a streak across the sky. Yeah, there you go. And ask if she was on the right path. Yeah, I get you. To hold back and wait for something. Yeah, I dig that. I mean, sometimes I just, it's like, you can only wait so long. You got to continue to live. You got to continue to move forward. You got to continue to nurture yourself. That's one of the things I forget to do a lot of times. It's like I forget about me. I'll put all my focus and energy on someone else or whatever, and I'll get lost. I'll lose myself. I'll stop, catering to my needs and shit. I'm too worried about fucking pleasing somebody else. So it's like we gotta be careful about that. All right. The patient. I can endure whatever twists and turns life brings me. I can endure whatever twists and turns life brings me. How about that? I feel like the outcome was temperance. See what I'm saying? It's like having fucking patience. Patience is a virtue, is it not? It's not one that I have very well. I'm not a very patient person at all. But it's expecting the unexpected or like being ready. I've got a lot of messages here lately telling me like, be ready, be ready, be ready. Be ready for what? It's like whatever. Whatever comes your way. Be ready for life. Be ready for love. Be open to love. Be open to passion. Be open to take action. Be fucking ready. I've pleased many others. Finally working on myself now. Amazing. I'm glad for that. I'm glad for that. Seriously. They say it's a fine line. I don't think there is a line. My psychosis is fluid. Well, hey. You're a contortionist? Oh my God. Be ready to mend the chaos. Damn, son. Yeah. Forgive the past, live in the present, and work for your future. That's really beautiful. Now, 7 churches, 7 chakras, 7 sins, 7 virtues, 7 seals. Yes. Yeah. Isn't it weird how, like, I don't know about you, but all that shit meant something. 7 planets, 7 days of the week, 7 colors of the rainbow, the covenant with God, right? Like, isn't it weird how that shit meant something totally different a few years ago to a lot of us? To me, it did. When I first started, everything meant something totally different than what it means to me now. And it's like, and it's not even. Now it's like everything is it's weird. It's like I interpret it as something about myself now. Always. I see everything in the world as some type of part of me. You too? Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Who would like the live stream? Yes. Yeah. Let's get one more here. All right. The Dreamer. I love this one, man. I love this. The Dreamer. I pay attention to what my dreams are trying to tell me. And I've got a lot of this too lately. Shit about dreams, about paying attention to our dreams. Some of you guys could be having fucking prophetic dreams, or dreams about other people, or dreams about things happening, or, yeah, I love all of you guys, for real, for real. It's like this could also be telling you to pursue your dreams too, man. And I get like the vibe of like, chase your dreams. Like, don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams. That's like one of the most fucked up things about adulthood and all of that. It's like, it's almost like we exchange being a responsible, mature adult by giving up our life, our dreams, our soul, our spark, our essence. It's like a fucking unfair trade. I hate it. That's why I've always been immature as fuck, I guess. It's like I've never, and when I've tried to make that exchange, life doesn't feel right to me. It's like, if I'm not living in like my passion, or living who I, like in my truth, it's like life is off. I'm not happy. I'm just not happy when I'm not living in my dreams, and when I'm not chasing my dreams or pursuing my dreams. It's like, I think that's why relationships sometimes don't work out too. It's like I dream of a certain type of love or a certain type of dynamic. And it's like, not everyone dreams the same or dreams the same dream. I've had 3 prophetic dreams, very real. Yeah, I've had some very crazy ones. That's a lot of you guys know my story. That's what started this channel, was a fucking dream. Seriously, that's what started this journey. That's like all of it. Have several books to explain in depth the meaning of dreams. Fucked up thing about it all is you stop dreaming around the same time, started collecting these books. Yeah, I went through phases where I stopped dreaming too. It's weird. Yeah, 7's a number of God, Kimberly. So, I mean, 7's a number of God. It's always a lucky number and all that. It's a number of God. So maybe I'll do some videos on some, some cool concepts and things I've worked with before. Yeah, I don't remember the dreams either. That sucks. I really like to. I'll tell you what, I noticed a lot of water signs. I've dated a couple Pisces in my life. Okay. And both of them were incredibly like intuitive dreamers. Like both of them, like whatever they dreamed and shit would happen. It was fucking wild, So I don't know what it is with water signs. A lot of water signs out there are really, really in touch with their dreams, I think. You got to know yourself, and your personal dream dictionary makes sense. I agree with that as well. A lot of people write down their dreams, which I've done. I've had, before this last relationship, the one before that, after me and that person broke up, man, I mean, I just had some fucking crazy dreams about them. Like, I knew like when someone was in danger, was going through some hard times, like it was just nuts. It was nuts. I've had some amazing dreams, in my life. and some scary ones too. But each one of them were telling me different parts about myself, or trying to show me things through my subconscious that I couldn't see with my own eyes. I don't dream much anymore, and it's cool with me because I used to have some sick nightmares. Yeah, right, right. Um, 4. There are 4 astrological water signs. Yeah, right. 3, right? 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, 3 water signs. Sorry, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So 3 of them, and one of my sons is a water sign. You know, he's very in tune. I just, uh, something about water signs. I guess the reason like I've dated so many Pisces is because we're like sister signs, so we're like polar opposites. Thank you, thank you. I'm very intuitive. Well, I have a Pisces moon, so I mean I do have a lot of water in my stuff, and I'm a Libra ascendant, and I'm a Virgo, so I've got and I've got a lot of fire in my chart too, honestly. So it's like I got all of it. A lot of us do. We all got different combinations, you know. I mean, I feel like my calling in life. I love what I learned in dreams. Hell yeah. You're so uneducated in astrology. Yeah, me too. Honestly, and astrology is probably my weakest subject, but it's one I'm so fucking passionate. I love it. I love astrology. And it's like um, I really, really like have tried hard the last couple of years to learn it and pursue it and understand it because it helps me with my tarot so much. Tarot opened up the door to astrology for me, and I love astrology, but I'm not the Leo king, you know what I mean, by any means. But it doesn't mean like I have a basic understanding of astrology. I understand a lot, so I'm not an astrologist. I would never call myself an astrologist, so ever. But I feel like I'm a decent reader, decent tarot reader. I don't do it a lot, or make a lot of videos of it because honestly, like whenever I do create videos and stuff, I feel like I'm way more gifted with teaching, like the esoteric and the occult and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm way better at that, at speaking, than I am at reading. I mean, I'm good at reading, but I don't know. You love astrology since you've seen it in the book of Luke? Absolutely. Leo, fire sign. Hey, I've been hearing a lot about Leos. Aries sun, Pisces moon, Libra rising. That's a very interesting combination right there. Yeah, I know what you are, Mel. I know. She gets all kinds of readings. Yeah, so I know what you are. Highly gifted in teaching. Thank you. Thank you. It's like one of my regrets, I'll be honest, your daughter's a Virgo, you're Taurus. I mean, I dated a Taurus, dude. I swear to God, I probably had one of the more psychic connections with a Taurus. You know what I mean? I am a Virgo Libra cusp. So I'm born on, the last day of summer, first day of fall. I'm born right on the cusp. So I think it's the Venus. There are 2 different types of Venus, but it's like I did have a really psychic connection with a Taurus. Son's Taurus. Taurus are good folks, man. They're very sensual. They're fucking hardworking, Lionsgate. I know 88 Lionsgate. It's coming up. Right. Dude, that totally slipped my mind. For real. It's weird. Your readings are dead on for me. Virgo here. Yeah, awesome. Sweet. Yeah, I love that, man. I love that. The Lionsgate last year, I feel like brought me my last person. I was like trying to manifest, like an honest fucking person in my life. And like I did, and I feel like I got pretty, a lot of things manifest for me. Cancer sun, Aquarius moon, and Aquarius rising. Tomorrow is your birthday. Nice. Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to free speech. That's awesome. I'm really happy for you. I hope you have a great birthday. Seriously, I really do. Um, and I think I'm going to try to do like lives for the 12 signs. I feel like because I'm such a live streamer, I hate doing like pre-recorded shit. I feel like it's so boring. Um, I feel like it's so boring, like when I do pre-recorded videos, it's like I don't have the same connection. So maybe I'm gonna try to do like all 12 signs and all that. Try to do it in lives. Ever since I seen your first podcast, I felt connected to you in some way. And no, I'm not gay. That's that's cool. I mean, if you were, I wouldn't care. That's you know. Um, no judgment here. Matter of fact, one of my best friends in the world is gay. So one of the best people I've ever met too. So like, you know, double Aquarius, great for for free speak. Yeah, double Aquarius, that's intense. My mom's an Aquarius. Yeah. Um, yes, but I'm psychic on Virgo. Yeah. Wow. I feel like too, like with all the energy that's here right now and the way that things are changing, like this is a beautiful time for like all of us to really find ourselves, to make changes in our life, new chapters, new love, new jobs, new ideas, new, and even these cards, right? Releasing things, releasing the past, releasing karmic ties. Um, Like I just want to release karma, period. It's like I'm fucking over it. I'm over repeating the same goddamn cycles. I don't know about you guys. Like I'm sick of it. I'm over I'm over the illusions of this world and that I give to myself in an attempt to avoid, myself or avoid where I need work or avoid my shadow. It's like every time we avoid our shadow, that's what happens. We fall into a fucking illusion. It's like I'm done with the illusions. Like it's almost like not like a New Year's resolution, but it's like maybe moon manifestation, whatever you're into. It's like I'm trying to um, make a pact with myself, an oath to myself. To like be a different version, a better version, be my true self. You know, be my true self because I feel like my true self and your true self is one that is honest, kind, loving, beautiful, right? Like when we're in alignment and we're in our heart and our true self, we're magnetic and attractive as fuck. Uh, we are able to attract all the things, that we want when we're in that right vibe, that right frequency. It just comes right to us, lands in our fucking lap, for real. Um, and we have clarity too on the actions that we take. Clarity. We're able to see clearly and see what's good for us and what's not. And we're motivated, to take the right actions. And when you're like walking the path too, you're able to be transparent and open because you know that what you're doing is right. You know that you're being authentic. You know that you're being real. There's nothing to hide. That's your mantra, to be a better version of yourself every day. It's a beautiful mantra, honestly. It's a beautiful, beautiful mantra. There's just something about like knowing that you're getting better, and sometimes knowing that you're getting better, you can't believe this is a new beginning coming. Yeah, stay the course. You can't stay the course. I know it's fucking hard. I get so goddamn excited. I just like spin in circles sometimes. Like I'm a ball of energy for real. I do. I get distracted easy. I have so many desires too. Like so many things that I want. Like so, I mean, it's like hard to pursue all of them or like keep that focused train of thought, but I'm trying. I'm trying. Your true self is powerful love, so powerful. You feel like a divine warrior for it, which also means I'd have to have learned how to hate powerfully as well. Yeah, I mean, I've done all of it. I've been a piece of shit, a liar, a fucking hater. I've done it all. So, I've definitely mastered the negativity side. Um, yeah, I agree that the dates line up with constellations. That's how the matrix is coded. Yeah, numbers, they're energetic frequencies or symbols or energetic frequencies or letters. It's all down to light and sound, really. Uh, the code or algorithm of who we are, the world, the time. That's what the whole procession of the equinox and all of it. It's mind blowing when you think about it. And like the true masters, the true ascended masters are the ones who put in the time and the work and the energy and the effort to crack the fucking code, or at least get as close to cracking it as they can. And I feel like, it's not, what sucks is like, I feel like before, maybe in my life, I would crack the code or use my knowledge to manipulate my reality or bend my reality to my will for selfish means. It's like I'm trying now um, to not bend reality or manipulate it, but go with it and go with the energies that or the momentum of the things I desire, but not to be selfish, but to bring like healing, to bring love, to be in alignment, I guess. You see a new light around me, energy will be needed. Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Seriously. Like it's been a rough road. It's been hard. It's been hard. It's always hard to make change. Change is not easy. And that's the only constant is change. Seriously. It's the only fucking constant is that things will change. Which is it's okay. I mean um, can I give a specific example on how I was trying to manipulate reality? Yeah, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. It kind of, uh, I can say that, well, yeah, okay, maybe I will then. Maybe I will give a specific example. Um, Maybe, by manipulating reality, I have tried to project things to people in my life that weren't necessarily true, to invoke certain reactions, responses, emotions, feelings, because I had certain agendas or wanted certain outcomes. I mean, there's a million ways, um, million ways. Anytime we're not being, true to ourselves or, truthful with anyone else, we're manipulating things, you know? Um, I've never been one to try to like put witchcraft or anything on anybody. Uh, it's never been my MO, never been my thing. The only reason I even studied all of that was because I was being attacked so much with it that I wanted to understand it, how to prevent it, you know. Um, but like the mentalism thing, I'm a very mental person. Uh, I've used that power. I've abused that power. I've abused that gift. Or the like psychic abilities. You know, I've used that, for not so good of things too. So it's like, and I lost those gifts for quite a while for that. To be honest, you know, my gifts were like stripped away, and I could see why. You know, it's like we're blessed so we can bless others. We're given gifts to like give to others. We better ourselves so we can be better to others or help others more. It's like it isn't all about us. And in life, at times, I've lived like it was, where I've even like stepped on people, to make myself happy, and it's like that's not a good feel. not a good look, but it's really an even worse feel than how it looks. I didn't really care how it looked at the time. It's how it felt later, you know, when we have to deal with us, you know, when we have to look at her. That shadow work is it's a pain, man. It's a bitch. For real, it's deep shit too. I want to be a blessing, not a curse. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like I had accumulated so much darkness that I started to become a curse to other people, you know. So it's like, and you know, I don't know. I've had to learn to forgive myself a lot. I've had to learn how to forgive others. I've had to learn how to release a lot. I'm still working on all that. I don't think that process ever ends. You know, but I'm trying to be open now to real blessing, you know, to real love, to all of it, which takes being vulnerable, but not being stupid at the same time. You know, we can be vulnerable without putting ourselves in dumb fucking positions because we're too vulnerable. You know, we're just being oblivious. You got to use your intuition. You got to use your discernment. Yeah. I don't have any noticeable psychic abilities. I do have a plethora of well-known and documented psycho abilities. Well, yeah, it is what it is, right? These abilities are also curses. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And we all have psychic abilities. Every last one of us do. So, every last one of us. And just keep it like this, too. Like, people will see you as a psycho if they don't have the abilities themselves. Not everybody can perceive what's going on within you. Not everybody sees the world you see it. Being vulnerable is a gift, not a weakness. I agree with that wholeheartedly. You know, I agree with that wholeheartedly. You know, and I'm glad I've been crazy in my life. You know, it's better than being a fucking boring ass, lame ass, not passionate ass motherfucker. You know, like that's where my psychosis comes from, is being too passionate, you know, about things. So, you know, or, yeah, usually. So it's hard for us as we know a lot of the truth, and others can have a hard time understanding. I know. It's really hard that's why I got to a point where I couldn't even fucking tell people anymore. I just shut my mouth. I'm like, okay, I'm not even telling nobody what I'm going through. I'm not even telling nobody, you know, how I feel, what I see, what I know. Like, I'm going to give them this watered down fucking version of it, and it's safe that way, because then people won't think I'm crazy. Then people won't, you know what I mean? Won't think I'm evil or whatever. And all that ended up doing was getting me to like get used to wearing a mask. And I started to deceive my fucking self and not just others, but myself. You know, you start to become that mask, believing like that's who you are. Sometimes we all get stuck on things and forget what it's all for. It's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's getting back up and staying true to you. I agree with that so much. I agree with that. You know, it's like people will judge you though for the fall. You know, every time you fall, there's always going to be somebody right there pointing like, you did this, motherfucker. You know, you're this kind of person or whatever. Or even when you come back up, there's always going to be people, you know, that is standing right there waiting to remind you of your dirt, remind you of your failure, remind you of your loss, remind you of your pain, remind you of your guilt. But I feel like those motherfuckers ain't dealt with their own shit. That's why they do that. You know, it's like we don't attack people, or even feel justified attacking people. Even if they wronged us, we don't do it. Like if we're good with us, we don't have no need to. We just let things happen as they're meant to. We let God deal with it or whatever. The universe take care of it, or karma, or whatever you believe in. We don't feel the need to target, to fucking condemn, and to prove guilt to others when we're good in here, and we don't feel guilt ourselves. You feel me? So it's like all those people who, run those fucking smear campaigns on people, which they've done it on me and they've done it on a million others. They're trying to discredit them, make them look crazy or make them look like shit people. It's like, those are the true shit people. Those are the true psychos. Imagine if your entire life was spent, worrying about what fucking everyone else was doing or someone else was doing, whatever, It's like, and that ain't no life. You get used to it and realize that what they say is more about them than you. It absolutely is. And I've done that too, though. Like, that's how I know. I know everything I know because I've done it myself or thought it myself or said it myself or whatever. It's like usually my own failure is like my best guidance system on, it's like knowing what you don't want, right? Helps you to realize what you do. Sometimes I've thought I wanted certain things and like I got it and I realized like, nah, man, I don't really want that shit. Being hateful to someone is taking revenge on yourself. I agree with that. I think we're all here for a reason. I do too. I believe that with my whole heart. I believe, like we are like a spiritual family, or we wouldn't be able to relate at all. We wouldn't be on the same wavelength at all. If there wasn't something about us that was alike or similar or the same, And it doesn't mean we got to be identical. I mean, there's people that are frauds that come into these type of channels and communities too, And I don't know if they're total frauds, but sometimes people get in that energy because they're not being realistic with themselves or being real with themselves. They'll out myself, and they would be more terrified to know the legit truth without the gristle of hearsay and elaborated lies. Yeah. I mean, honestly, but nobody does out themselves. They'll hide their shit. They'll hide their shit. You had to experience it, so when you're needed, you will be ready. Well, I think we're all needed right now. We're all needed, and life is probably about to change a lot for a lot of us, in a good way, I think. I got this belief that things are going to get better. Hey, Kevin, nice to see you. Glad for you to join us over on Facebook. I feel like things are going to get better. Things are going to, we're leveling up. Like, we're all leveling up. It's like it takes getting used to, too. Like, that whenever we step in, like, new energy, I can remember, like, when I first started really opening up my perception, it was scary. I wasn't used to it. It's like, matter of fact, I fucking used drugs to try to suppress the shit. Like, I didn't want that. I was like, damn, I don't even want this, I don't even want this. God, do you hope so? Yeah, well, I know so. Yeah, I know so. I know that if we stay on the right path and stay in alignment, things will get better. You spend a lot of your life being misunderstood by everyone, so I took some time to understand myself, and now I have nothing to prove. And that's amazing right there. That means you truly know and love yourself when you can do that, when you don't need to prove shit to nobody. And whenever I get into that energy where I feel like I do, like I did, sometimes it's good to have those reminders of like, you don't have nothing to prove to anyone. You know who you are inside. You know what you stand for. You know your intent behind why you've done and what you've done, behind your mistakes, all that. It's like, but that's why they know thyself, right? You can mind fuck yourself like a pro. Yeah, oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm great at it too. I'm probably the best out there at it, honestly. I can spin better illusions than any fucking witch or warlock on the face of the earth when it comes to my brain. You know, I'm good at it. Really good at deceiving me. I don't need nobody else to do it. You want to make a trip to Canada? Fuck yeah. I love to go to Canada. I've been, I was like 18 or 19. I went to Niagara Falls. It was fucking beautiful. It was amazing. It was a great experience, the energy of the water and all that. But I'd love to go to Canada. Canada's fucking beautiful. It's awesome. We will run full speed down the runway if we have no wobbles in our wheel, and we will fly. I love that. That's a good saying. Yeah, I would love to go to Canada. Who wouldn't? You know, who wouldn't? Um, I love traveling, dude. I'm a traveler for sure. I love it. I fucking love traveling. I love flying in planes. I love riding on buses, trains. I love it all. It's like just the excitement of it. I love living out of a fucking backpack. I'm just keeping it real. I love it. Yes, I'm about 100 miles north of Toronto. That is cool as fuck. Yeah, I'd love to go to Canada. I swear to God, it'd be amazing. I've never really got to go like I want to go to Canada. Like, and go and like experience Canada. If that makes sense. Um, you worked Air Canada for 20 years. That's cool as fuck. Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, dude, there's nothing like traveling. Um, One thing I noticed that I love so much about it is like every city I would go to was like it had its own soul. Every city has its own soul. It's like Cincinnati's got its own soul. You know what I mean? I live in the city too. It's got its own soul, its own vibe, its own feel. You come here, it's like, you know, it's like, damn, it's cool. Um, got 20 years, you're brave. Yeah. You're in Canada. See, yeah, there's a lot of viewers and people that I think are fucking just awesome in Canada. I don't know if I've ever met a shitty person from Canada, honestly, which is cool. That says a lot, you know. Maybe one, but I don't think they're shitty. I just don't think they like me. But yeah, I've never met a shitty person from Canada. Everybody I've ever talked to from north of the border seems cool as fuck. Um, Matter of fact, some years back, I really liked this girl from Canada, and I thought about going. I would probably gonna move. I'll move for a girl. I swear to God, like that. I've done it like 30 times. Naughty Beaver is in Canada. Yeah, yeah. I'd like to meet Naughty Beaver. That would be cool. But doubt he would though. But yeah, yeah. I love traveling. Period. I love traveling. Period. Tech house, like rave club, techno. Hey man, there was like a bunch of fucking casinos and haunted houses, all kinds of shit when I went to Canada. I thought it was cool. I thought New Orleans cool. Dallas. I was born in Dallas on the 33rd parallel. Maybe that's why I'm such a weirdo. Uh, you love Victoria. That's the only part of Canada you've been to. I'm going to put the chat on here so people can see it. I'll put the chat on here so people can see what the others are saying. Sorry about that. You're not a Lone Ranger in here. I feel like a fucking Lone Ranger. I really do. I feel like you're a Texan too. Woo, woo. Yeah, that's what's up. I mean, I remember all my family in Texas, like they think everything is better in Texas. I swear to God, they do. Like you can't tell them otherwise. You know what I mean? They're like, you ever went to this, but you haven't went to this in Texas. You ever ate this, but you haven't ate this in Texas. So it's like, okay, maybe that's what I need is a Texan girlfriend. I haven't had a girl from Texas, so maybe that's what's wrong with me. But I did think Texas was awesome. I love Texas too. I still have family down there too. It's really flat though. Texas is really flat. And I can remember sometimes going there during the summer when it's about to storm, it was kind of a little spooky. Vancouver is so cool, but so cold. Mississippi, I've been there too. I don't know if I should comment on this. I didn't like the South. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I was in Mobile, Alabama, and that was the most fucking shithole place I've ever been. The cops were corrupt and evil. The people were mean to me. And you'd think in the South, like people would be beautiful and nice, but yeah, goddamn. But I did like Gulfport, Mississippi. Where's the other one? Biloxi, Mississippi. Yeah, I went there. I think it was last year or year before. Met some cool folks there. Had an interesting time, one could say. When I left Baltimore, that's where I went. Which Baltimore is one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been to. Wyoming, that would be amazing. I like to go to like Wyoming, North Dakota, out there. I think that would be really fucking cool too. It's like just peaceful, I think, or would be. But yeah, I just wasn't a big fan of Alabama. Let's put it that way. That wasn't a good experience for me. And it doesn't mean Alabama sucks as a whole, but that experience in particular was not a good one. I've had some not good experiences too, traveling. But it's exhilarating as fuck too. It's like even the scariest, most traumatic shit was actually fun as fuck for me. I know that's weird, but it's like I was almost addicted um, to like the excitement of risking my fucking life. I guess I don't know. KC, yeah, I'd love to go to Kansas City. That would be also really really cool. I like Kentucky a lot. I think it's very beautiful. Tennessee was one of the better places I've been. Tennessee's very beautiful. I had a great time there. Really fun. Tornado almost killed me on the highway in Alabama. Yeah, see, fuck Alabama. And unless anybody from Alabama, you got to invite me out so I can see that it's cool. Because until then, I reserve the right to say fuck Alabama. You haven't seen snow until you watch a massive snowstorm crash into mountains from miles away. That is crazy. Yeah, that would be crazy. Alaska, man, that would be really awesome. Alaska, for sure, for sure. You love traveling too? Well, we should travel together. We should get like a fucking traveling group together. Seriously, wouldn't it be like just fun as fuck to get like a few traveling buddies? Like seriously, you know. I think I would marry the girl that traveled the world with me. That'd be awesome. You know, get somebody that's on the weird spiritual shit like me and loves to travel and loves kids and all that shit. That's my person. That's my person. Because I got kids. I got kids, and I love children too. Not in like the weird satanic way, but like I just love children. They're innocent, they're creative, like they're just. You ever be around a kid and you can't be happy? Something's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? For real. Um, Joke about Texas. Visitors from a place with no pools kept hearing everything's big in Texas. The servings, the trucks, the cows, etc. Fell in the hotel pool and said, "Oh my God, please don't flush it." That's funny. That's funny. That's the dream. Stuck in the grind though. Oh fuck. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Stuck in the grind. I mean, how stuck are we though? Honestly. Yeah. We're only stuck because we're like limited by our lifestyles usually. Yeah. Maybe that's the next thing to do is just like live in a tent somewhere in the middle of the woods. I love the city though, so it's hard to the convenience of the city. But if you didn't live in the city, you wouldn't need the convenience of the city. That's something I'm starting to come to the realization of. It's like, yeah, I love the city. It's really convenient. It's awesome. It's exciting. It's fast paced. It's cool. It's fun. There's so much to do. Um, Interesting energies here, but at the same time, it's like you wouldn't need the convenience of the city if you didn't live in the city. If you're out in the middle of fucking nowhere, who cares, right? Like you be so like enveloped in nature and just yourself and your family and all that. Like, who would give a fuck about what else was going on, outside of that? Once your youngest is 18, you're going to be a gypsy. I feel like I'm already kind of a nomad. Like, and been like a nomad for some years, But I'm down with that. The gypsy life would be awesome. Be really awesome. And that's probably the one thing that probably has held me to Ohio for the most part. When you travel, you can always come back and forth, but I have children here, so I have children here. If I could take my babies with me, that'd be great. So, LA road trip, I'd love LA. Yeah, I would love to go to LA. I bet that smoggy motherfucker's a good time. Seriously. It's like the West Coast, beautiful weather and all that. I bet that smoggy mother is a real good time. I feel like I'd fit in great there because I'm a weirdo and everybody's a weirdo there. You know what I mean? You live out in the country, no stores for miles. I know, man. What's up? Somebody fly me out to Canada. I'm in. LA road trip. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. We'll do a bunch of fucking designer drugs and dye our hair weird colors and try to get a job as actors. Shit, if trees can uproot and move and relocate themselves, then so can we. Right? I haven't heard of that. I gotta look into that. Yeah, I do want to. I would do it. I'd do it. I can go to fucking LA. I go to Canada. I don't give a fuck, at all. I don't give two fucks, for real. I don't know. I love experience in life. I love having fun. And I love being around cool people. Like, who doesn't? I don't know. Some people don't. Some people are like miserable fucks. They really are. It's like you can't joke with the motherfuckers. You can't. They never just let themselves have fun. Job, can't find one. Yeah. Well, I just got fired from my job, so I don't know what I'm doing for work these days. Throw trash and body slam garbage cans. Hey, that's a good fucking job. It doesn't matter, right? Throw trash and body slam garbage cans. I'm trying to figure it out, honestly. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with myself, with my life now. For real. I mean, things change so much for me. It's like, it's always like a new chapter. So, it's weird that I feel like I'm coming to the end of another one. What did I do at my last job? Well, I drove a forklift and I cut lumber. So it wasn't that exciting. And then before that, I was a YouTuber for years. So I want more fun in my life for sure. More experiences. Right now, I'm just trying to pay the bills. Right? You can see me as a radio DJ. Yeah, well, that would be fucking so fun. That's like a dream of mine, for real. Would it be like on the radio? I've always enjoyed. Like, I started off doing podcasting. Like, it wasn't even YouTube. It was just podcasts. Just like I just enjoy that. And before that, it was music and all that. I definitely enjoyed that. It's a very big passion of mine. It's legit, honest hard work and job security. One hell of an epic. Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, it is legit. For real. Magic carpet ride. Well, could be the new Art Bell. Well, put me on, for real. One of these networks. Gaia TV, where the fuck you at, right? Where you at, Gaia? Sign me. You sign all those other weirdos. Sign this weirdo. Yeah. I'd have so much fun doing something like that too, talking about fucking crazy, whacked out shit all day. You know, I love doing the YouTube stuff. They just changed all the rules so much and started censoring me so bad I couldn't make a living off of it anymore. You know, like I really couldn't. Uh, so I tried to switch it up, and people didn't like it. They were like, they just rejected it. They're like, hey, no, this isn't you. You know. So, and then when I just started going back to what I loved, then they just, started censoring me and canceling me and all that. So it's like, wait, what can you do? You know, what can you do? Computer desk job scenario, yeah. And you know what? Awesome and genuine. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I haven't always been awesome and genuine, but I started off like that. Yeah, started off like that. And I feel like that's why some things happen in your life. You know, sometimes we go down like the wrong path, so I feel like you gotta, I don't know. I needed certain experiences the way I could learn who I am and learn like to control myself in certain things, you know, like my desires and shit like that. So still working on all that, but I'm just impulsive, I guess. It's like when I see something I want, I go for it. You know, it's like there's something I like, whatever. It's like I don't give a fuck, even about the consequences sometimes, which is not always good. You know, it's like, but like that's what I've always been like in love too. It's like if I fucking like somebody, I will uproot my entire fucking life and fucking go on a blind whim. You know, uh, that backfires a lot. Backfires a lot, but I just can't half-ass shit. It's like I have to give my whole heart and my whole passion and my whole energy to anything I do. You know, and I feel like that's what we should be doing in our life. You have passion, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm passionate as fuck about learning about people. Even though if you met me in real life, you would think I'm probably one of the most antisocial persons there is, but I'm not. I don't like bullshit. I don't like drama, all that. So like I keep to myself. That's what I do. I mind my fucking business and keep to myself because that makes my life more peaceful. But I'm like an introvert that loves to go out and do things, if that makes sense. It's weird. Like, so it's like, I don't really have a big, large social circle or anything like that, but I'm super passionate and I enjoy having fun. So I love to be doing things. So I'm like weird. I don't know. If you can deal with growing heavy cans, living sweltering heat, and blistering cold, you've got the job. Used to be always during the winter. Hilarious. Hey, there you go, right? Heavy cannons, working sweltering heat, and blistering cold. Oh, okay. Well, hook them up. Hook them up with the job, man. Give them the job. I think we're all kind of the same here. I totally get you, and I always notice Miss everyone here gets you too. That's good. I'm glad. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Yeah. I eventually had to start a strict no drama policy in your life. Yeah, dude, fuck a bunch of drama. Fuck a bunch of drama. It's like that's why I don't know. That's why I don't fuck with people anymore. That's why I don't fuck with people no more. I used to allow too many people up in my energy, and that shit would backfire so bad. So bad. Believe it or not, some people only want to be around you because they hate you. Weird shit, right? Like it's weird. It's totally counterintuitive, and it's like I don't know why people do it, but they do sometimes. Like they only want to engage with you to fucking to see what you're doing or to fuck your life up or whatever. It's like just craziness. Yeah, it's craziness. Reclusive extroverts need love too. Oh fuck yeah, that's a good yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Reclusive extrovert. That's definitely what I am. Yeah. I mean, but I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. I'm a weirdo, so I mean, I know you guys are too. So I feel at home with that. I'm okay with that. I know, like, I just don't like. I don't like, a lot of people. I feel like they think they have a million friends. You know what I mean? And like it's not wrong with having acquaintances and social circles and all of that, but it's like who has time and energy to give to everyone, you know? So you can try, but I used to try to make everybody happy. It's like you can't do that. You'll never be happy. Have I ever done any past life regression? Those are takers. We are givers. Yeah. You have to go to sleep. Listen to the rest of tomorrow. Good night to you, free speech. Yeah, I've never done past life regression, but I would absolutely love to. If anybody knows how to do any past life regression or anybody wants to reach out, you can text me or you can email me. You can book a reading if you want. Shit, anything, right? Shit, I'm going to try to fucking do something. Good time friends don't count. Yeah, I've only had good time friends, really. You can text me 513-393-2396 or email therealbestdampodcast@gmail.com. I would be really interested to hear from you guys. I need to get more positive friends in my life. I really do. I need people like me in my life again. I got away from that. I got away from that. And the right vibe, right tribe, So it's like birds of a feather too, right? It's like I'm sick of. I'm not pretending to be like everyone else. I can't. I suck at it. I suck at it. So, thank you so much for watching. Deborah Trudeau, Chrono Crucified, BDP, Kimberly F, Melopedia Britannica, Matthew Short, Down Low, Free Speech. Great stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Seriously. Zero Infinity, David Savage, Elephant Tusk, Claudette Malesperna. Please, guys, please hit the fucking like. Past life regression. Yes, hit me up for some past life regression. I've studied a lot, but if you know how to do it or whatever, you want to fucking, do it together, right? Yeah, maybe we'll talk about it next time. What the energy was like when I was incarcerated. Yeah, we'll talk about that another day. Another day for sure. But yeah, hit me up. 513-393-2396. Email therealbestdampodcast@gmail.com. And please hit the like, share, subscribe, book a reading. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next time. Have a good one.